Most men don't lose a relationship because they didn't care. They lose it because they misunderstood what actually mattered. By the time they realize it, the conversations have changed, the connection feels weaker, and the opportunity to fix things may already be slipping away. Today, we're revealing 5 powerful psychological insights about relationships that many men only understand after it's too late. These aren't tricks, they're not hidden rules. They're common patterns in human behavior that can help you build stronger, healthier relationships. And make sure you stay until the 5th secret because it explains why some relationships quietly fall apart even when both people still care. Let's start with one important truth. There is no single formula for understanding women. Every person is different, every relationship has its own story, but psychology shows that certain emotional patterns appear again and again across healthy relationships. This video isn't about stereotypes, it's about emotional intelligence. The better you understand human behavior, the better you understand relationships. And sometimes, one small realization can completely change how you communicate with the person you care about. Let's begin with the first secret. Secret number 1. She pays more attention to how you consistently make her feel than to what you occasionally say. Imagine 2 people. The first constantly says, "I care about you," but frequently cancels plans, rarely listens, and forgets important moments. The second person doesn't make dramatic speeches. Instead, they remember the little details. They show up when promised. They stay calm during difficult conversations. Who feels more trustworthy? Most people would choose the second person because emotions respond to consistency, not occasional promises. Psychologists often explain that trust develops through repeated positive experiences. Each small action becomes another brick in the foundation of a relationship. Many men spend months searching for the perfect words, when what truly strengthens a relationship is dependable behavior, a thoughtful message, keeping your word, listening without rushing to solve every problem. Those moments quietly communicate something powerful. You matter. That's a message actions deliver far better than words ever can. Secret number 2. She notices emotional presence, more than constant availability. Here's something that surprises many people. Being around someone all the time doesn't automatically create closeness. Think about 2 different dinners. At the first, one person spends half the evening checking their phone. At the second, someone gives you their complete attention for 30 minutes. Which interaction feels more meaningful? Probably the second, because emotional presence isn't measured by time, it's measured by attention. Psychologists describe attention as one of the strongest indicators of emotional investment. When someone feels truly heard, they often feel deeply valued. That's why meaningful eye contact, thoughtful questions, and genuine curiosity create stronger connections than simply spending more hours together. Quality almost always outweighs quantity. The strongest relationships aren't built because 2 people are constantly together. They're built because when they are together, they truly connect. Hashtag secret number 3, she watches how you handle pressure. Anyone can appear kind when life feels easy. The real test comes during stressful moments. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Plans suddenly change. A misunderstanding happens. How do you respond? With patience or frustration? Psychologists often say that pressure reveals patterns we normally hide. The same applies in relationships. Many women quietly observe how someone behaves when life becomes inconvenient, not to judge perfection, but to understand emotional stability. Can this person communicate during conflict? Can they stay respectful when disappointed? Can they admit mistakes? These moments often leave stronger impressions than romantic gestures, because emotional maturity creates emotional safety, and emotional safety allows trust to grow. Nobody expects perfection, but many people deeply appreciate consistency under pressure. We've reached the halfway point, so let me ask you something. Which secret has surprised you the most so far? Number 1, 2, or 3? Share your answer in the comments. Your perspective might help someone else see relationships from a completely different angle. Now, the final 2 secrets are often discovered only after a relationship has already changed. Let's continue. Hashtag secret number 4, appreciation matters more than most people realize. Think about the last time someone sincerely appreciated something you did. It probably stayed with you longer than you expected. Why? Because appreciation satisfies one of our deepest psychological needs, the need to feel valued. In relationships, it's easy to assume the other person already knows how much they're appreciated, but assumptions rarely strengthen emotional bonds. Small acknowledgments matter. Thank you. I noticed what you did. I appreciate your effort. Simple words, powerful impact. Psychologists have found that regular expressions of appreciation can strengthen relationship satisfaction because they reinforce positive behaviors and help both partners feel seen. Here's the mistake many people make: they wait until something extraordinary happens. Healthy couples appreciate ordinary moments too. The ride home after work, a thoughtful conversation, support during a difficult week. Love often grows strongest in those quiet moments. Not because they're dramatic, but because they're genuine. Secret number 5, love doesn't fade. Overnight, it changes through small daily choices. This is the lesson many people discover too late. Most relationships don't suddenly fall apart, they slowly drift apart. Imagine two boats tied together. If neither person checks the rope, and day after day, wind and water gradually pull them farther apart. Not dramatically, just little by little. Relationships work much the same way. One missed conversation, one unresolved misunderstanding, one forgotten promise. None of these usually end a relationship by themselves, but together, they slowly reshape how people feel. Psychologists often refer to this as cumulative emotional experience. Our brains remember patterns more than isolated events. If kindness becomes a pattern, trust grows. If neglect becomes a pattern, distance often grows instead. That's why the healthiest couples don't wait for major problems before reconnecting. They ask meaningful questions, they check in emotionally, they apologize when needed, they celebrate small victories together. Because love isn't maintained by one unforgettable moment, it's strengthened through hundreds of ordinary choices that quietly remind each person we're still on the same team. So, what should you do with these 5 insights? First, don't use them to analyze every woman you meet. Use them to become a better partner. Focus less on trying to appear impressive. Focus more on becoming emotionally dependable. Practice listening, practice patience, practice consistency. Because the healthiest relationships rarely depend on perfect words. They depend on everyday habits. And here's something worth remembering: you cannot control another person's feelings. You cannot guarantee every relationship will last forever, but you can control how you show up. You can choose honesty, respect, kindness, and emotional maturity. Those qualities never go out of style. Even if one relationship ends, they'll strengthen the next one. Because growth is something you always carry with you. The greatest relationship advantage isn't knowing secret psychology, it's becoming someone who naturally creates trust wherever you go. The biggest relationship lessons rarely come from dramatic moments. They come from everyday experiences that quietly shape emotional connection over time. Today we've explored 5 important insights. Actions matter more than promises. Presence matters more than constant availability. Character shows under pressure. Appreciation builds closeness. And love grows through small daily choices. None of these ideas are complicated, but they're easy to overlook. Until experience teaches them the hard way, the good news, you don't have to wait until it's too late. Awareness gives you the opportunity to build healthier habits starting today. Because strong relationships aren't built through perfection. They're built through consistent care. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more psychology-based insights on relationships, communication, and human behavior. Every new video is designed to help you better understand both yourself and the people around you. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 psychology secrets do you think people overlook the most? Leave your answer in the comments below. Your perspective might encourage someone who's trying to build a stronger relationship today. Thanks for watching. And remember, the strongest relationships aren't created by knowing every answer. They're created by showing up with honesty, respect, and the willingness to grow one conversation, one choice, and one day at a time.